Hey, everybody, I'm Kelly Ellers,
I'm Jeffrey London.
and this is Volume Up by the Tees. All right, Jeff, what have we been up to? I mean, have you turned your phone off, your social media off? Because we all know what's everywhere.
We were literally just talking about wanting a break, and like we got the opposite
We
of
did.
that. I I don't I just maybe
Oh,
because it's like super saturation, the like life of a showgirl content and then the engagement content, it seems
right.
incongruous. And then to
Of
find
course.
out
And
that it was
football
like,
season?
yes, right. And then him and his stupid fucking American Eagle collab. Like
Oh,
I just
it's so
I need
cringe.
I just
All
feel
of
like if it
it.
were any one of these things in
It's
isolation, it would
fine. But
maybe
four,
yeah, but all of it at the same time is not but yeah, obviously the engagement is eclipsing any of the other stuff as it should. This was inevitable, don't you think?
I
Or
don't
no?
know.
You
I
don't know?
don't think much.
I mean
I don't
I
know. Like, I
figured.
kind of was like, or is it all just staged because they're total media whores?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
no.
yeah. I don't even know where to go from here. Anyway, back to, yeah, I don't know if it was going to happen. I don't care. All I know is now we're going to have to see more of it up
Yeah.
until said wedding and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey,
Yeah.
also, did you
Where did
see? Oh, go
Yeah, go ahead.
ahead.
No, no.
I'm changing the topic. Are you ready to change?
Sure, sure. Yeah, let's do it. I'm sure we'll be talking about them endlessly, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, go
Tell
ahead.
our readers if they haven't seen the mishap controversy with J. Crew that is also absolutely crazy, specifically because we're
Oh.
creatives. I employ a lot of creatives. Our industry are creatives. Let's hear it, Jeff.
Okay, so this was initially brought to everybody's attention via Blackbird spy plane,
Hmm.
and their Substack question mark, I
Yeah,
believe.
I think so.
And a number of men's bloggers, fashion bloggers, picked this up. So J. Crew, and you brought this to my attention because they are getting out of this scot-free, and they shouldn't. And Vans, because it is a
Vans, yeah,
collab,
right.
have done something pretty dirty. They worked with a design team who employed a lot of AI to produce a campaign that is sort of harkening back to the like vintage J. Crew catalog days. And yeah, it's all slop. It's all bullshit. There's like one picture that's famously now being called out all over the internet where the model, quote unquote, model's foot is on backwards. Again,
Yeah,
for a shoe collab like that.
nobody saw that.
Nobody. This is one that's a real head scratcher. I mean, this was talking about eventualities. I think like
Yeah,
people
right.
predicted that this would be an application of AI, and it's really fucking disappointing. And that is, I think, what a lot of people are upset about, particularly in the men's
Agree.
fashion space, which is, J. Crew is the architect of like such a powerful
I mean,
aesthetic that people are like fawning over all of these decades later, and that was because of individual creatives that work together as a
like the
collaborative to.
best creatives, like Jenna
Mhm,
Lyons, like need
mhm.
we go on? Like,
Yep,
come on.
yep. To
I
then,
bet she is like rolling over. I mean, not in her grave because she's not
yeah, not
there
dead,
yet.
still with us.
But she is, I bet she's just wow. I don't know.
It's
Anyway, we don't need this kind of
no,
shit.
no, no, we don't. No,
Mm-mm.
keep it as like a mood board,
Keep it.
sure, but then like shoot it.
Right.
Actually invest. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one example of if we think AI is going to just run everything, there's still some gaps. Because technically, if it was, I mean, the foot's on backwards. Like,
Yeah,
gang, this is pretty like
yeah,
solid anatomy issue.
yeah, yeah. Not without its faults.
Anywho,
And then to the other we were talking about jeans earlier. The other
oh
logical
yes,
extension, Gap coming in with a monster ad featuring Cat's Eye and Khalees's milkshake. Well, so like all of this nostalgia marketing
yeah,
but like it's just like dancing, like Gap had been known for, similar to J. Crew in its catalog. They've sort of visited that moment and are crushing it. All of the impressions, all of the engagements, all of the sales. I mean, and no AI.
yeah, and no AI. By the way, I did love that J. Crew catalog because we that was our catalog era. Like
Yeah.
we were in that. We're from the 1900s, you and I.
We are. I mean, similarly loved the J. Crew catalog. It was so good.
That and the Dealey,
Even
that and
Jenna
the
Lyons, like that era,
yeah,
their
so
print
good,
material is still decent. But yeah, this is so disappointing. So really quickly though,
so
speaking
disappointing.
about
Mhm.
Gap and Cat's Eye, Are you more inclined to get Gap jeans now than maybe
Ooh,
last week? Or no?
ooh. I don't know when I've stepped foot in a Gap or a digital step
Mm,
online.
mm,
You know what? No, I got this really beautiful, like pearl beaded cardigan there. That's not true.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying J. Crew. I need
No.
an
Yeah.
apology. I need something. Gap jeans are
Yeah.
iconic. I mean, when is it going to come back, or is it back with the big GAP on the front? Is that back?
I think it might be. I mean, it
Did it
seems
ever
like
go
Gap
out for
is
you?
well, so I feel weird. Gap, I never really got into. Like, I think I
Oh,
missed it. Like, it was like at its
oh, I'm
heyday,
sorry.
right? Well,
Yeah.
I'm just like, there's a little bit of a, and so like I have an appreciation for it, but I've never really, my experience of Gap has been like that it's sort of cheaper, that it's not,
Oh,
and
okay.
so I'm excited that they're investing in the creative. I think Zach Posen is the creative director now.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and
Love that.
I'm enjoying this ad. It's making me reconsider the brand. So I feel like I would be more inclined to go in and see sort of what they're up
Yeah,
to.
same. Same. I would browse. Do you remember? Okay, this is my like core memory of Gap. You remember when they had the scents that you could like the sprays?
Oh yeah.
And one of
Yeah.
them was called grass. And I loved it because it
Mm,
literally smelled like grass. And I
fresh cut
probably
grass.
smelled like fresh cut grass for part of my life.
They had like a stranglehold on fragrance for
They
a while.
did. It was
For
wild. And now you're like, is that even still part? I'm gonna Google it.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
look
I
it up.
wonder if they do. I feel like that might be one of the things that dropped off of the assortment.
The
But maybe
grass
not.
smell.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I feel like they were like,
You
eh.
know what?
It probably
Don't
sold a
be
lot of units.
surprised if a little sampling of grass spritz
Grass.
comes to your
I
house.
just like we're having such a big denim summer between the
We are.
aforementioned Sydney Sweeney, Beyonce's, Levi's, and Gap. I just like I still feel like of all of it, I'm gonna go to Levi's before I'm gonna go to anybody else.
Yeah.
And it
You
has
know
nothing to do
what?
with Beyonce. It's more just like it's
Are you sure?
still, well, I mean it might, but still, but like I just Levi's still holds up.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you know what else? I think this is totally off our pod topic, but Abercrombie's making a run, at least in the influencer world that
They
I
certainly are.
follow. And
Yeah.
I bought a pair of Abercrombie jeans. What?
Mm.
I
And
mean, that's like they're great.
there's that. All right.
So like,
Here we
yeah,
are.
wow. I was influenced. I bought them and I love them. They're kind of like a little soft, like leopard print. You know
Mm,
me. They aren't
mm,
jeans.
mm.
But anyway, just thought I'd
Okay.
share that for any
No, I'm
jean
glad.
shoppers out there that
Yeah.
they're coming
If you
for
never
you.
want us to talk about jeans again, just let us know, gang.
Let us
But
know.
it's inescapable right now. All
Okay.
right. Well, let's pivot, shall we?
Yes. Let's.
Let's get into our celeb photos of the week. Please follow along with these looks. They're on our Instagram. They're in the show notes. So let's do it. These we've not seen before. We're opening them up for the first time. First up, we've got Naomi Osaka.
So good. You know, she's really taken the thought of having like an on-court and off-court look
Mm,
to the ends of the earth down to her headphones. So we're seeing some
yeah,
beautiful
tell us what we're looking
braids.
at.
Okay, so we're seeing like end of back long beautiful braids pulled back, and I feel like there's some like rosettes in there with like
Yeah,
sparkles that are placed amongst them with the same beading as her. Do you think those were Beats by Dre
they
headphones?
may be. I can't. We've
I
not
feel
made out
like they
a.
are.
It looks like they
I mean,
could
it's
be.
just they're blinged out, the headphones, the rosettes, and here's the kicker. It's not the hair, Jeff. You know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah, I know.
Her and I share something in common. She
And
has a Labubu attached to her duffel bag,
mhm.
and I have two Labubus attached to my YSL bag.
Is yours blinged out? I didn't see the hair necessarily. I saw obviously I'm looking at it now and it's incredible for all the reasons you said. But I did
Incredible.
see the clip of her talking about Billie Jean
Yeah.
Bling,
Yeah.
which is
And this is
hilarious.
it.
Yeah, everything is really she's
She's
blinged out.
she's a boss.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. This is
Anyway,
okay. So, but
I'm a
yeah,
10. 10,
10. Okay,
10, 10.
that's
10
fair.
all
I'll
around.
go with it. I mean, this is a look. Like we brought it, so I'm there.
We did.
10.
All right, good job, Naomi. We love it. Keep going. Keep slaying. That's it. Does that even say
Keep
anymore?
serving.
That's good.
All right.
All right, next up, next up, we have Love Island alum going by handle of, oh, that's Court. But Jeff, who is it? Tell us.
So I've not seen season 7, but apparently she's
Same.
Coco. Was she one of the bombshells? I feel like she wasn't one of the
Goodness. I mean, she looks
core
like a bombshell. So,
girlies. I didn't get much of her in the ether. But yeah, Coco. Yeah, how
and
do we? This is
the
the
look,
reunion look.
yeah, it looks like akin to a reunion or like an old school prom because this
Hmm.
we've got like a messy do on the top with kind
Hmm.
of straight curled over bangs, couple
Hmm.
tendrils,
Yeah.
and like a tragic white flower just nestled among it.
Tragic.
I don't like it. I think it's super dated.
I mean, it is a little bit prom, but you're right. Like the reunion format sort of lends itself to
Yeah.
like this kind of thing. So it's giving like Pam Anderson. Like
Yeah, for
she
sure.
definitely rocked this too, but obviously, like we
To
talked
my
about the
point,
trailer park blonde and the roots and the
it has to be
there was
that
more
for this.
contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a lot of the same. It's also like mega shiny, which is not bad, but
No,
maybe not. Yeah,
like some
I
shine.
can see where you're coming from. I feel like this is like a 6.
All right, I'm gonna give it a 3. I think we could have done better. If she was the bombshell, then we need some like hair to reflect some sort of
Uh,
like,
that's fine. This is demure. This is, I
yeah,
guess,
I
it's like
suppose.
a little bit, it's not bombshell. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So next is Bella, spelled curiously. She was an OG. Oh shit. See, I didn't ever hear about a Bella. That's tough for her. In that I'd never watched the show, but I did hear obviously about the show. All right, so what do we got, Kelly? We got a center parted,
We got a center part
blondie
and some kind of
blonde.
blondie, bronzy, longer hair. I would say
Hmm.
over, kind of over her shoulder.
Hmm.
And we've got some like really beautiful tendrils. Like, I mean, this one is each one individually curled and
Hmm.
styled, and
Hmm.
it's a little messy and beachy, and I think it's beautiful.
It is definitely beachy. We're giving like mermaid, and the dress
Mermaid,
is sort
you're
of
right.
netted, and so it looks like she's sort of just like taken from the sea.
It
I don't
does.
I don't like theme dressing though.
Oh, I hate theme dressing.
So so yeah, for
But
me
was
this
the
one.
theme mermaid?
But well, I mean, I think that when we covered it on the site, there's a couple of how-tos there. Like the sort of beachy vacation vibes were definitely what
Yeah.
people were aiming for, and obviously it's Love Island.
Oh,
But
fair. Yeah.
this one feels a little bit maybe
On the
too
nose.
much. Yeah, a
Okay.
little no. Yeah, I just it's certainly not undone hair. Like we've done things.
It's
There's
done, and
effort.
then
Yeah, I don't know. This is like a 6 for me too.
all
It's
right.
not.
I'm gonna
I
give
mean,
it a
but how do you
5.
top Naomi Osaka for the week? You can't.
That's a thing is we started off so
Yeah,
strong that
yeah, and now we're
I'll give
sort
it a
of
6 too. I mean, it's fine.
yeah, it's
It
fine.
obviously took some work and it
She
was
looks
done and then
great.
undone
They
and she's
like to be
stunning.
clear, we're not hating. It's just
Oh no,
it's
she's stunning.
all right. Let's pivot if we
Okay.
could. Let's move on to something. And these are these are top stories that we're following from this past week. Something that doesn't make sense, but is getting a lot of
It
traction online
is.
is this news coming out of the TSA, who've updated some policies about what is and is not restricted for checked bags. So, do you want to break this down for
Checked.
us?
Yeah. So Consumers Affairs reports that TSA bans cordless hair tools in checked bags, but live lobsters are okay.
Just fine, just fine. So,
Because you travel with both. Like, who doesn't bring their pet lobster on
So I
them?
mean, I guess I didn't think about this. The federal guideline is saying that they can't have these items, these cordless curling irons
Yeah.
or flat irons, because of gas cartridges.
Yes.
So if your cordless item is powered by a gas cartridge, that's the offender.
Which I've got to think that was from a long time ago because I've got a story.
Okay, yeah, please.
So, my mom, do you think that she didn't have one of these when we
Of
went
course you did.
places?
Yeah, yeah.
And it did.
She wasn't gonna look a mess.
You had to go like
Yeah.
to like get
Hmm.
it to like light. And I believe that probably was butane. Do
That
you?
that feels right as rain for the
There were
time.
no batteries in it.
Right. But right. So I guess it's just like they've got to say that like that technology is outdated and therefore do not
Right.
pack it because it presents a fire hazard, all of those things. It's just like when
Do they
that's the
sell
only thing.
those?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've heard of such a
Same.
lack of innovation.
A gas cartridge.
Yeah, but I feel like if you've got, other cordless items, you should be fine, provided that they're not butane
And
powered.
how are they going to know if they're in your checked bag?
I mean, it's all like honor code, right? Like, are they gonna, or I mean, I don't
If
like.
you're so savage that you've got that kind of curling iron, you are not on the honor code.
Yeah, I guess if
Am
you're
I
talking that,
right? Like
yeah,
Diane Lobs is not sharing. She's not
yeah,
sharing that it's in her bag.
I mean, how much, yeah, scrutiny are these bags
I
going? I
mean,
don't, I just,
okay, here's some other things. Other items that get a pass outside of the
mm,
lobsters, but they have to be in a clear spill-proof container, your
sure,
lobster. So keep that
yeah,
in mind. Christmas lights, they
mm.
can't be in checked or carry on because I don't know. Okay. Um, cowboy spurs and antlers, because you pack yours, right?
Well, so isn't a spur a weapon? Like you,
It could
what?
be.
So I mean, like
But
a
we're
knife?
talking checked bags.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Harry Potter wands and lightsabers. This is unhinged.
But I
Last
mean,
one.
that's probably because of travel. People are leaving
Right.
Orlando and wherever, and they've got their
Oh,
stuff and
side note, Jeff, get ready. We went to Disney and to Harry
uh,
Potter World.
uh.
My kids did get those. And you know what? We left them at my mother-in-law's in Florida.
Oh,
Hmm.
was that because you didn't want to bring them back through TSA?
I think we just didn't want them, but look it,
Yeah.
we would have gotten through. Okay,
Wow.
also coffee makers and sewing machines, waffle irons and magic 8 balls. They have to be checked, not carried.
Magic 8 balls. Is
How
it
do
too
you
much
feel?
liquid?
But like, how do you feel about a magic 8 ball? I have very
So
strong feelings, actually.
recently, I got
Mhm.
a PR mailer from
Oh,
Schwarzkopf,
oh,
specific to Freaky Friday, and they included
oh,
a branded Magic 8 Ball.
yes.
Um, and I'll just be very quick about it. It seems like this this is a
Oh,
faulty 8 ball.
oh no, that's not good luck.
No, it's
Is
not good
no
luck. You
message coming
really
up?
no. So you shake, 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 and then it takes a while for it to get to
That's the best
the
part.
viewfinder.
Yeah.
But then you really have to like get it exactly at the right angle because it doesn't
It's like,
display. It's like yeah, it like sort of turns enough where
oh,
it's hard to see what the message is that's coming to me from the depths of the Magic 8 Ball. So that's been tough because I was like, oh
yes, yes.
yeah.
Because I'm on my manifesting journey. And so I gotta
Don't consult
believe
a Magic 8 Ball.
I would, I
At least not
Jeff,
this one.
I would consult that 8 ball. You know it. Because it's already happened and it's
Hmm.
already the message is there. Anyway, we won't
Hmm.
go down that tangent. So this just got weird real quick.
Well, I mean, really, gang, are you surprised by these updates? I feel like I see you win. We win in that we don't have to take off our shoes any longer, but we
That's true.
lose in that we cannot check butane-powered
You're
curling irons and flat
and
irons anymore. So,
yes, correct. Anyway, you learned something new here today. That's true.
yep,
Okay, shall we move on?
let's.
This week we're talking with Karen Mitchell. She is a noted hair extension expert and owner of the True Indian Hair franchise under the umbrella True Hair Company. The Jamaican born entrepreneur is a licensed cosmetologist who has spent over a decade in the hair care industry. All right, make sure that you subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volume up at thetease.com.
But before we get there, let's talk teas beauty news, shall we?
Let's.
First up, this is a biggie for me.
Oh.
The story is called the story is titled Paul Mitchell and Paris Hilton team up in a hot new collab.
Mm.
Paul Mitchell just tapped OG reality's TV star, DJ, entrepreneur, and philanthropist Paris Hilton as its new global ambassador. This all new partnership kicks off with an unapologetically glam multi channel campaign that merges two cultural forces into one unforgettable collaboration. Spanning digital, social, and in store activations, the Paul Mitchell X Paris Hilton campaign is a bold celebration of beauty, confidence, and reinvention. From glossy packaging upgrades to must have product innovations, Paris serves head-turning looks curated by celebrity hairstylist and Paul Mitchell School alum Siren Du, with exclusive behind-the-scenes content and expert styling tips that give fans VIP access to her glam routine. Shot through Paris's signature lens of luxe meets playful, the campaign features the heiress with flawless hair in unexpected, instantly iconic locations from tennis courts to gas stations and more. Go to thetease.com for the deets. I mean, did you see this one? in your manifest?
It did not,
No,
indeed.
you
This one
weren't.
was
You weren't.
not
Oh,
on
no.
my radar
Or in the
because I
Magic
think
Eight
it's
Ball.
an yeah, there either. I think it's an interesting collab just considering what Paul Mitchell stands for. Um, from like a simplicity, giving back,
Mm-hmm.
like earth, all of the
Mm-hmm.
things. And, Paris is more is more is more, right? And
Yeah.
so it's kind of an interesting like juxtaposition of like
Mm-hmm.
the brand and what she represents. But I personally think she can do no wrong. I mean, I think she's fantastic. And it probably relates back to what the heck was that show called? The
The
first
Simple Life.
reality, The
The Simple
Simple
Life.
Life. It was
We talked about this recently.
incredible.
Yep. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. It cemented
We
her
lived for it.
for, yeah, we slived for. I don't like
I
that
don't know what that means.
sliving. I think
What
that's
is
dumb.
sliving?
I'm not going to get into it because I don't care to
Okay, okay,
know. Like
okay.
nothing
Then
tops
let's
That's Hot. That literally
no,
nothing. Like
everything, it
yeah.
still holds up. It's
Yes.
just like that's hot.
Yes.
Like what? That's
Yes.
just what we do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's let sliving die, everybody.
Let's let that die. But I like the collab and I think she's extra. The only thing I can't get behind with her is the DJ part. That's
I
a
made
little
sure that
off.
we
I don't.
included that in
Did
the
you see me
story.
laugh when you said that? Like, wait, I forgot about that. That was a bold choice. Who just
It
pulls
was.
DJ out of nowhere?
Yeah. Would you go and see her
Yes,
a set?
100%.
You would? Yeah.
Would you?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm not really like a club
That's
gal.
what I
Where
mean.
are we
Like I'm not
DJing at?
yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's Vegas. Like let's be honest. She's playing
Yeah.
Vegas and
I
it's
mean,
like
I
a
would see just to see her mannerisms and stuff. I
I
don't know.
guess. Do you think she plays Stars Are Blind in all of her sets?
Yeah,
And if she
100%.
doesn't, that would be
I
a
believe
mistake.
she
Okay.
does. I
Okay.
believe she
Great.
does.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on.
All
Let's
right,
go to the
moving
next
on.
one.
Here we
Yep.
go. All right, next up, meet Mark Balance, one of New York City's most in-demand celebrity hairstylists. With a career founded on authenticity and propelled by genius praise, Mark Balance has built a reputation that's as polished as the clients who sit in his chair. And the best part, he's just getting started. After starting at 15 years old, it wasn't long before Balance found his way into the TV and film industry working for Universal Pictures, which opened doors to a whole new kind of clientele, celebrities. With work featured in Vogue, GQ, Elle, Cosmopolitan, and collaborations with IGK Hair, Broadway, and Strike Tip, his plethora of skills continue to grow. Balance then moved to New York City, where he currently works after establishing connections with hairstylist John Barrett. Barrett was keen to Balance into the city and actually sponsored him for his very first work visa. Today, Balance specializes in men's and women's haircutting and is the trusted barber and stylist for stars like Topical, Nick Jonas, Jesse Metcalf, and Jay Shetty. In fact, Balance received a fun behind the scenes moment with us. Jay Shetty once asked Joe Jonas for a style recommendation, and just like that, he got the call. He even styled, Bad Bunny for a Saturday Night Live
Mm-hmm.
appearance, which I did watch, in
Mm-hmm.
New York this past February. Head to thetease.com to learn more about Mark. Sounds like a pretty quick rise to some hot celebrities. I was
Your
trying to weave
face.
in the that's hot. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know if it
yeah,
hit. I
yeah.
don't know
No,
if it
but
hit,
yeah,
but
I mean, he's just,
I
yeah,
was
thinking
trying.
about Bad Bunny. Yeah, no, we love an up and comer. This was an
We do.
exciting thing to cover on the teas because, there are so many established figures in our industry. And it's nice to
Indeed.
have some new blood and, movers and shakers and all of those things. And so, yeah, we encourage you to go to theteas.com and read that story and then follow Mark. He, in the piece, if you go, he's also asking for people to get into his DMs. He's trying
Oh,
to pay it forward, mentor the next
oh,
gen.
that's awesome.
I
Love
know,
that. Cool.
but we say this, it's always dangerous to invite people into your DMs.
Oh, yeah. I guess I don't live in that world, but I could assume it might be.
Well, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much to our contributors and our editors for this week's beauty news. And don't forget to check out more stories like these on thetease.com.
Now stay tuned for Jeff's interview with Karen Mitchell.
Karen Mitchell is a noted hair extension expert and owner of the True Indian Hair franchise under the umbrella True Hair Company. The Jamaican-born entrepreneur is a licensed cosmetologist who has spent over a decade in the hair care industry. Her journey in the hair industry began in 2004 when she noticed a lack of diversity in ownership roles. Driven by her passion for hair and beauty, Karen embarked on a mission to provide high-quality extensions for career women. Under Mitchell's leadership, True Hair Company has emerged as a leader in the industry, earning accolades from Essence and Cosmopolitan magazines. The brand has also been featured in prominent publications like InStyle, Vogue, and Elle, as well as on various primetime TV shows. True Hair Company has successfully continued to grow in the market, reaching a company high of 8 figures in 2023. With celebrities like Rihanna, Cardi B, and Taraji P. Henson among its clientele, True Hair Company has garnered widespread acclaim. Beyond business success, Mitchell has also established True Strength, a nonprofit offering complimentary wigs and makeovers to women battling hair loss. In response to increasing demand, True Hair Company has expanded from its flagship Brooklyn boutique to an over 3,000 square foot Midtown Manhattan flagship store. Karen Mitchell and her team intend to continue expanding to other markets in 2025, including Atlanta. And over the next 6 years, they plan to establish several locations in Houston, Miami, Washington, D.C., and London. Karen, welcome to Volume Up. How's it going?
It's great. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God,
Happy, I was gonna say happy Tuesday, but hey.
Don't worry about that. Who knows? Who the hell knows
Who
when
knows
it's actually
what
gonna?
day is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. Don't even. Yep, yep. Well, we are thrilled to get into it with you. If you could tell us a little bit about your background, because we find that people come to beauty from all different ways, and it's always interesting to hear about it from our guests. So let's start there.
Okay, so I'm Jamaican born, so I'm from the Caribbean, but I grew up in Brooklyn. So I always say Jamaican born, Brooklyn bred. And
Yes.
I started working in fashion out of college, and somehow I ended up in the beauty world. But it's all correlated. Fashion, beauty, I mean,
Yep.
that's side by side.
So you say this, but people don't always make the connection between that linkage between fashion and culture and hair. What was it like when you first got it started? How did you know that this intersection was going to overlap more into the hair space?
You know what? I actually didn't know.
Okay,
So, I mean,
that's
I just
honest.
growing up, I loved hair. So even while working in fashion, I
Hmm.
actually went to school to get my license as a cosmetologist because growing up in Jamaica, just like hair from braiding to hair extensions, I mean, that was just an extension of who we were expressing ourselves as
Hmm.
teenagers. So I had such a connection to hair. And then I ended up working in fashion. And, when you see a fashion show, like it correlates. So at the time, I wasn't thinking I'm going to have a business in beauty. So it just happens to fall in. That was my destiny. So
Mm.
I'm glad that it did happen that way. But I mean, without fashion is beauty. Beauty is fashion. It's all your hair extension is an expression of your fashion.
Mm.
Whether it's pink, blue is fashionable.
Oof, that was beautifully put, and so true. I mean, I know that our listeners that's gonna resonate with them. The entrepreneurial spirit, though, this is not bred into everyone. People are not made for it, but some of them are. You are. So where did you start sort of experiencing that call to do more to build what amounts to your own brand eventually?
Yeah, so you know what? I think it came from my mom. I think she was an entrepreneur, although she didn't recognize that she was in Jamaica. She sold commodities, and for her, it was taking care of her family. But I
Hmm.
think watching her doing that, I've always had that. So even in college, I would be selling things. I remember having a catalog that had like these gold bracelets, like gold plated, and I would be selling those to my classmates. I remember making bandanas with rhinestones and selling those to my classmates. So I think it was in me and just, not recognizing that's what it was. So when I had the opportunity, when I got laid off from my job in fashion, and I had started selling hair on the side.
Hmm.
I just, for context, I just a little backstory. While working in fashion, the factories that we were a private label company, the company I
Hmm.
worked for, and the factories were based out of India. So I got the opportunity to travel there with my boss. uh, and I was able to get familiar with this raw hair that I wasn't used to. I wore hair extensions, but this raw hair just was not accessible. So I started selling that as a side hustle, I guess,
Uh-huh.
to friends and family. And it was great. It was lucrative on the side, but I had a job and, I was trying to build a career in that space. And then the company later let us off. They actually eventually closed down. And while interviewing and not being able to, because I was with the company for 10 years, and
Oof.
it was just hard to like get another job right away. And I was
Hmm.
like, you know what? This hair is really paying my rent right now. It's doing all the things. Why not? Why not? So
Why not?
I took a leap of faith and decided I would actually open a store.
Wow. Wow. And what a leap of faith. So talk to us about True Indian Hair. I mean, you've talked a little bit about the beginnings.
Yeah.
The name, for example, it's making sense that it would be tied to what you just described, but I want to hear about it from you. So where
It's
did it start from?
Well, true represents like authenticity. It's the integrity. So
Mm,
when I started selling the hair, like I was letting people know at the time, like I have this real authentic hair. Like you guys are buying hair extensions that's, have fillers and all that stuff. This is true. As I kept saying, this is true authentic. So
mm.
at the time I was like, oh, true. It's true Indian hair. And I was surprised I was able to trademark that name.
Yeah.
So yes, I do have the trademark for it. So I was
Good
surprised I
on
was able
you.
to. But the company is called True Hair Company. But the brand is True Indian Hair, and that's just grown so much. You know, it's under the umbrella of True Hair Company, but everyone knows it as True Indian Hair because it's true, authentic Indian hair. I mean, over the years we've added, we started selling Malaysian, but it's raw Malaysian hair as well, so it's still true, authentic hair.
Hmm.
So over the years we kind of touched into different textures and different ethnicities, but a true Indian hair.
Yeah, wow. I mean, you were ahead of the curve. So, I mean, now there is, amongst others in this space, a little bit more transparency around where they're sourcing. But there was some hesitancy to reveal those things with, again, others, not saying
Yes.
yourself. So talk to me a little bit about, this was from the jump that this was important to you, that you were revealing, again, where you were sourcing from, speaking to that true, authentic nature. But again, it's taken a lot of time for others to get there. So bring me back to that time. Like, why was that important for you to make sure that that was part and parcel of brand?
Well, I wanted to, yeah, at the time when I started, this is 18 years ago, unofficially 20 years actually, but 18 years officially.
Sure. Yep.
And it was, I needed people to just be aware that this is so different from what you have. And
Hmm.
there wasn't really a huge stigma about, because I was very transparent about it's ethically sourced. It's
Hmm.
from temples. It's not someone getting their hair cut off in a
Hmm.
movie theater
Hmm.
or hair picked up off the floor. So I was very transparent about how it was is processed and the whole thing. So it it was important for me to tell that story to up as a part of my brand. And to be honest, I didn't know I was building a brand.
Uh,
That's the truth. So I was just
yeah.
like, I have this amazing hair. I was wearing it. So like, I am a representation of the hair in the company. So I was just like putting the word out there. And it was real grassroots. I was like, I grew up in Brooklyn, worked in
Hmm.
Brooklyn, and the first store was in Brooklyn. So I would go out and go to restaurants and I would have these little flyers and I would leave them everywhere. So it was like grassroots, door to door type of experience. I would see people on the streets and like, hey, I love your hair, I love the color, but have you tried this hair? And I would walk with small samples of the hair and give to them to
Wow.
try. So it was really grassroots, but I needed people to know that this is where the hair comes from and it's ethically sourced and it's great quality. So yeah, that was important for me to get that message out.
Talk to me about the importance of virgin hair. So, I mean, you've mentioned ethically sourced, that it's not
Yeah,
being, jacked off of someone, which we've heard horror stories, unfortunately.
and there are
Uh,
those stories.
there are, like, not to diminish it, but that's not the case with true Indian hair. So talk to me about why it's important. Why should people be avoiding the fillers and the other things that are sort of rampant with other brands where that quality is not ensured?
Well, it's just it's quality. I mean, if you want to wear hair extensions, you want real human hair. I mean, not saying that there aren't things or people who might really want that, whether it's completely fillers or part fillers.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's a price point for someone. So
Sure.
I don't want to take that away from
Yeah.
someone who's wearing that and likes what they're wearing. Um, so and braids and lots of braid and extensions are synthetic. We recently found out those are attached to cancer.
Hmm.
So, but I've always thought that. I've always said it's just not healthy. You want healthy hair. So that's just the importance of it. Like you want quality because you could have virgin hair that's also not quality hair. So
That
so you want qualities. You want a company that you trust that way, they're selecting the best hairs and the process that it's going through the quality assurance process. So that was important for me to create this company. And because I personally wear hair extensions and it's like I am an extension of the company.
yeah.
So if I'm wearing it, I want the best and I want you to have the best.
I love that's a pull quote. Karen, talk to me about the assortment. So you mentioned again Indian, Malaysian, ultimately, but where does True Indian Hair sit in terms of its offerings, texture-wise, color-wise, length-wise? Let's break that down for people that are maybe not as familiar with the brand.
Right. So we have the gamut. We have the signature raw unprocessed, just Indian straight or wavy. They're curly textures. The curls will vary because it's human hair. So some curls are looser, tighter. So we then started doing our deep curly is a steam curl that has the curls are more aligned equally. Our natural curly is a natural curl that has not been processed. Or straight and wavy is just natural hair. Nothing's been done to it. So and then we have textures that are also steamed, like kinky curly, which is what I'm wearing. So it's more textured. We have Afro kinky, but it's all raw hair, and there's a steam process that goes on to create these textures, but you're still wearing raw hair. This was, dark natural hair that I had colored because it's raw
Beautiful.
hair, so you can't do that. So
Yep.
and this is our kinky curly. So yeah, the kinky blowout. So there's all these textures because I'm a Black woman, and those my clients are at this point. When I first started, was I would say 98% Black women.
Mhm.
Now I would say it's about 65-35 because we've over the years, and especially moving into New York City and the Manhattan space, a more diverse clientele has grown from that. So it's been amazing, but we sell all textures for everyone.
Ah, I love that. I love that, especially in 2025. It's a
Yes,
shame that others are not doing that, but good on you
yes,
for being there
yes,
for everybody because, yeah, hair extensions can really make a huge difference for a lot of different people. Curious about what you just were talking about in terms of steam and heating to produce
right,
curl. How does one maintain? This is just simple ignorance on my part, but I feel
yeah.
like there might be a couple of audience members out there that are not sure about maintaining that curl pattern once they've purchased the hair, whether it's for extensions or for a wig. What do you do?
It
What
act well,
special
so yeah.
considerations?
I mean, if it's a really steamed curl, you don't want to apply too much heat. You can curl it. I've straightened this hair, blown it out.
Hmm.
But if I'm straightening this hair every day, every week, I'm blowing it out, wearing it straight, silky straight. Over a period of time, the curls will become looser, but it will still maintain the curls. It's just, but that's like even your natural hair. If
Hmm.
you have natural curly hair and you keep straightening your natural curly hair, you're going to lose some of that curl pattern. So it's the same thing. So the steam curl actually stays curly. It's
Wow.
not going to go away with washes. It's not going to do like if you straighten it or if you color it. If you're going super platinum blonde, the curls might become a little looser. Same thing with your natural hair. So it literally mimics your natural hair.
Damn, that's so
It's
interesting.
no different, yeah,
No, I'm so glad you were able to do that and break
because it
that
is
down for us.
natural hair.
Yeah, yeah. The benefit when
The
you're not
benefit.
rocking with synthetics and worrying about the
Right.
whole damn thing falling apart.
Yeah.
Talk to me if you could about the four collections. We've got True Signature, True Icon, True Texture, and True Lace. What is the
Yes.
difference among
So
them?
true signature is what we started with. Just I started with just the straight, wavy, curly, natural hair, and
Mhm.
that was a signature. And so true signatures are Indian hair collection. We later had added the textures, but it's still all raw Indian hair. True icon came later from our Malaysian raw hair, which lately, to be honest, I've been over the past 2 years, a lot has happened. And it's raw double drawn hair, and we've been getting less and less. So now that's like a limited collection
Mm,
because it's not available in the abundance as
that you need.
our
Yeah.
our Indian hair. And then true texture, we added the kinky blowout, which is like a textured. It mimics African American hair. If you get a relaxer, but just leave it without flat iron, it mimics that texture. So we have that. We have the super kinky curly, which is a bit tighter than this, the Afro kinky, that if you're like a 4C is perfect for you. So we have those textures in the true texture. So the true signature crosses over into the true texture.
Mm,
But we added the textures later. So we started with just the straight wavy and curly and then added textures later. True Lace covers all our lace products: lace closures, lace frontals, lace wigs, silk top closures, and then we added clip-ins in that space as well. Because our clip-ins had like a lace base that would
mhm.
hold it together. So we've had different construction of clip-ins over the years, but that was the construction at first.
So you mentioned just a couple of moments ago that, over time, things
Mhm.
change. One big thing that has changed among the popularity of your products is obviously the political situation. So I'm
Yeah.
curious, to the extent that you feel like you want to talk about
Mhm.
pricing. obviously Trump and tariffs, this whole thing,
Oh,
the volatility
oh.
of will there, won't there, the extent to which it's happening in India, in Malaysia. Where, as a business owner, are you sort of falling in making sense of how this does or doesn't impact your pricing?
I literally last night, and I was just in India a few months ago, but I literally last night just had a meeting with my factory about that. Pricing is it changed a few months ago. It's going to change a lot more now.
Yeah,
So it's a space. It's a fresh space to figure out like what's 35% tariffs is
it's deep. It's
it's the scary times, but we're working to we will have to raise our prices,
yeah.
but it's communicating that to the customer and then adding education as a part of that in how to maintain your hair longer,
Hmm.
and so we're in that space now of planning adding more education and more things, so the customers could maintain that longer. So when they're spending more, it's they'll get they're already getting the value, but it's like
Yeah,
how do we add more
additional.
value
Yeah,
to it?
yeah.
Because it is going to cost more, and not everyone would be able to afford it, and it's concerning. It's very concerning actually.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that will change. I'm hoping it's a phase, an emotional phase
It
maybe,
does seem
but
that way. I'm hopeful for you as a business owner that it does change
yeah,
into a less insane number.
yeah, because that's extremely high, and
Yeah,
and literally I'm I am confident that we'll be okay, that my company will be okay, but there's so many companies that will not
that won't
survive
be.
that.
Yeah, well put.
Yeah,
I'd like to talk a little bit about as we were sort of addressing evolution,
yeah.
and you were talking about like the demographics, like there is more diversity in terms of your clientele. Products that have come into sort of like the best-selling status. Are we looking at extensions are always the top? Is it that wigs and lace and those accessories are sort of moving it? Like what does it look like? Just out of curiosity, because we're seeing wigs in particular having a
Um,
huge moment in terms of popular culture amongst entertainment and figures, but it's translating into everyday use. But I'm wondering
everywhere.
if that's reflected in your business or if it's not the case.
It's totally reflected in my business and it's grown a lot. So I would say maybe 8 years ago, wigs was probably 10%, 15%
Hmm.
of business. Now it's about 30%.
Oh, wow.
It's a huge part of the business. So yeah. For all my diverse clientele, like is everyone wants to wear a wig, whether it's
Yeah.
just for fun. There are people who just don't want to cut their hair, so they'll
Yeah.
get a bob. So they'll come in and they'll get a bob to try that. Or if you just want to go longer, without wearing, a weave or tape pins, they'll try a wig. Then we have a lot of our clients who have suffered from some type of hair loss. So they need a wig,
Hmm.
so unless they're okay with like shaving their head, then, a lot of women want to, they need a wig. So it's grown so much. And then we're talking about social media where, you have the younger generation who are just like having, fun,
Yes.
creative styles with wigs and it's influencing other people. So the business has exploded in that sense that everyone wants to try a wig and
Well,
love it.
I was going to say, I mean, and you've been part of this trend setting, working with celebrity clientele that are requesting that you hook them up with all of these beautiful wigs.
Yes.
So big celeb clients like Rihanna, Cardi B, Taraji P. Henson, and many, many others. Before we get into some of the specifics with that, like any looks where you're like, damn, that is so good. Like, I'm so happy to have been a part of that moment because
There,
you've been
there
with
have been
a lot
so
of them.
many, but maybe last summer or 2 summers ago, somebody Rihanna just popped up with a pink wig, and everyone was just like, and it was just a fun wig that her stylist had picked up in the store, like, oh, maybe whatever, I don't know, but and then she wore it, and everybody was like, oh my God, so that was like, that's us, that's us, so that was amazing. Oh my God, we recently had an amazing request. And it was so like out of the box. So I don't know if you're familiar with Ellie the elephant from the New York
Oh,
community.
who is not familiar with Ellie the elephant? This okay, where are we going with this, Karen?
Oh my God. So, and I love Ellie. Like I'm a New Yorker from Brooklyn.
Yep,
So
yep.
I totally love Ellie. So when we were connected and that request came in, they were doing a Nicki Minaj um, look with a pink and the blonde. And it's like, and they asked us to create this wig. And it was just like, and we were given literally just a few days. So first of all, I mean, love Ellie, but Ellie has a big head.
Yes, yes, a lot of hair.
A lot of hair and a big head. So
Yep.
it took, I think it was like 15 bundles of hair. It was a lot of hair,
Wow.
maybe 15 or 12, I don't remember. It was a lot of hair, but it had to be long. So it was like 40 inches, 40 to 42 inches
Damn.
long. It had to be constructed. I mean, it was so surreal and amazing at the same time. And we created this wig. And then we were asked again last week to create another look, a Gaga look for her. And we created that look as well. So those
Wow.
requests are just like stand out like, okay.
Wow. That's big. And again, you've you've worked with some really incredible high profile
If you
celebs.
haven't seen it, you have to go look at Ellie
No,
in that
we're
pink
gonna
and
include it in
block.
the show notes. Like, don't you worry. This is we'll clip this in. This is beautiful. Wow. That's big. So, with the exception of Ellie being a repeat customer, how do you go about making sure that celebs and their teams know about you and the brand and because again, you've been working with a number of them. Is it word of mouth? Is it like I'm curious.
It's word of mouth. The quality stands out.
Obviously.
So
Hmm.
it's oftentimes in almost all cases I haven't sought out the celebrity stylists. They've come to us
Mm,
through other referrals, and they love the product. They love the quality. They love the availability. We usually have, we keep a good. I had 3 stores in New York. Now I have 2 stores plus the
mm,
online store. But so we have stocks of everything, all the length of hair extensions, lots of wigs. So it's they know they're going to get quality. They know most likely will have what they want in stock.
mhm.
So it's a win-win, and it's relationships that I don't know most of these celebrities. I've never met most of them. Or Yusuf, who's Rihanna's main
Mhm.
stylist, has been using her hair on Rihanna for several years now. I've never met Rihanna. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, one day. I want that for
But
you.
I've never met her. So the relationships are with the stylists who love the product, love the quality, and we build a relationship based on that.
Oh, oof. Supplying them with exactly what they need to make these incredible looks that are
Yes.
copied everywhere. And then I'm
Yes.
sure come back to
Y-
you eventually. People see
Yes.
something on a celeb and they want to
And
buy.
right, and so it works for us in that way. But we know we've had some great moments. Met Gala, like last Met Gala, we had I think 7 people who wore hair extensions, and it's just amazing. Not this year, but the year prior, um, Demi Moore wore like a 40-inch hair extensions. That was it's these looks are just like I'm so proud when I see those looks
Yes.
on the red carpet and know it's like my company, my little company. And I
Yeah.
still consider myself a little company. It's I need to get out of that mom and pop
Yeah.
mindset,
Yeah.
but it's like my little company, that's my little company out there.
Your little big company. Your little
Big
big company that
company.
is doing all sorts of additional things. So there's been
Yes.
pop-up events, launch events, all sorts of stuff. So talk to me about what that strategy has been like, and sort of what that looks like in 2025.
It's community. And after COVID, we kind of like slacked off from that. We had to pick that up again.
Hmm.
It's not just about selling hair. It's building relationships with our clients, and it's a community. So it's we when I do these events, whether it's a dinner or a pop-up, it's like having just have conversations. Let's talk. You don't have to buy anything. I just want to see you and say hi. Or you could meet someone else. You can network with a stylist. You can network with someone who you might be in the same space career-wise. And so it's bringing women and men together for a community. And I like building that community.
Oh, I love that. If you could, something that is sort of in line with community, talk to me a little bit about true strength. What is it?
Yeah.
Let's start there.
True strength. Oh my God, I'm so proud of that platform. It's our initiative. I started this I think 2016 maybe.
Wow.
And it's makeover. It's a full beauty makeover that we do for women who have hair loss issues, mainly from who have suffered from some type of cancer related
Hmm.
illness, whether they're in the process of treatment or in remission. And we like to work with women who also are in need of this, who,
Sure.
they have a lot on their plate, and,
And that's
it's like going through this, it's such an amazing thing, and it's a completely complementary thing that we do. We started doing it. It was annually, and for this year we started doing it monthly makeovers. But we're still
wow.
going to have the bigger one in October, where it's usually between 6 and 10 women. that we do a complete makeover, and we get volunteer hairstylists, volunteer makeup artists. And then we will have clothing. We do, and then we'll have an amazing dinner after.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had a dinner in our space sometimes, but lately, the past few years, we've gone out to a restaurant that had like a private room, and we'll rent that room
Beautiful.
and then we'll ask the person to bring a guest. So then we have a dinner for them and their guests. And it's just such a beautiful, it's so near and dear to my heart. I love doing that, and I look forward to doing that every year. Yeah, to see how the women respond to it, and it touches every time. It's just like
Yeah. Oh my
it's
gosh,
important to
Karen.
do that. It's important to do that. Yeah. And
Wow.
we partnered this year. We're partnering. We did last year as well with Living Beyond Brisket. So they actually this year are going to source I hate using the word source, but have the women for us.
Mhm.
So sometimes it's hard to do the outreach.
Mhm.
So they know, like, okay, they recommend this person or that person. It's a very, you have to approach it with the sensitivity
Mhm.
and care. And so it's like I rather work with uh, a company or organization that also understands that and can do the outreach for me. Because sometimes, like, talking to women, and it's like they don't want to share their stories.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have this year. We want to do more women. We want maybe 12 or 15 women. We want to do a lot of
Wow.
women.
Karen.
Yeah,
Ah. Oh my God, that's so I got goosebumps. That's so important.
it's
And beautiful, and it's wonderful that you're able to do this. And that maybe is because it's a small, big company. Some of the
yeah.
bigger ones don't go out of their way
And
to
it's really like it's like as a complimentary all out of pocket. We give the free wigs, and we ask for the volunteer hairstylists and makeup artists. And but the dinners I pay for out of pocket. It's not yet an official charity organization. It's just something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it's an unofficial charity organization, but I love it. I love
Ah,
it.
wow. Talk to me. I mean, you're clearing up some misconceptions about the sort of hair extension wig manufacturing aspect of the industry. But what are some other misconceptions that like you just want to clear up? I mean, there's a certain perception of, there's not transparency, there's cattiness, it's big company. Like, what else
Or
is there?
or that all hair extensions are the same, and they're not.
Mm,
They're just not. There are levels to this.
hmm
So, you like my company, for instance, like I said, it's raw hair, but it's not just raw hair. It's the process of selecting the best quality hair, because you could get raw hair that's just not of great quality, a lot of split ends, all those things. So all hair extensions are not the same.
hmm
So there are clients who would say that, or people who would say that, I don't want to buy that. I don't want to hear about this raw hair because it's all the same. It's not all the same. So that's one of the biggest misconceptions. It's definitely not all the same.
Talk to me
Uh,
about challenges that you've overcome. I mean, this seems to be one of them, this perception that, everything that you've got is the same as this other brand that and that's obviously not the case. What
yes.
are other challenges that you've come up against? I mean, you've been in the game, as you said, officially 18
And
years. Yeah,
yeah, and
you've seen some
unofficially
stuff.
20
Yeah.
years. It's access to capital
Mm.
is a big challenge.
Yes, Karen.
It's a big challenge. And I came into this business not fully understanding the structure of business. It was
Mm.
like I said, it's like a leap of faith. Like, I'm going to do it.
hmm
So you grow and you make mistakes, and you grow along with the business. So you didn't understand what marketing and it is initially. You know the word, but overall, you know really what is
hmm
marketing, or taxes, all the different the things that you don't think about, and you go in like, I'm just going to make money, and that's not the case. So and then access to capital when you need to grow, when you need to
hmm
expand. It's like everyone wants to scale. You it's rare that someone could scale without having more capital.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make money, you kind of like have to have money. So that was a challenge. Yeah, it's gotten better over the years, and so and I was new to the space, and to be taken seriously, I
hmm
wasn't taken seriously. And I hate to put the women and Black women thing, but it's like you're in the space, and so it's like it's a to be in luxury hair extension and to be
hmm
taken seriously was a challenge. So I had to like just prove myself over and over, just like step in there and just like I'm here to stay, and this is a great product I have, and you're gonna love it and you're gonna respect it. Okay.
Okay. Okay. No, I mean, I'm glad you brought this up, Karen, because I mean, I think that this is another maybe misconception. People think that this segment of the industry is much more diverse than it is. It's not. There are a lot of older white men that are involved with hair extensions and those
Yeah,
businesses.
and Asian, and
Hmm.
it's a huge Asian
Hmm.
market as
Hmm.
well.
And so for
Um,
a black woman like yourself, I mean, it is not the sort of norm, and it is harder. So
it
I
is
think that it's
harder, and
important to.
I didn't have the funding, so like trying to get the funding was hard, you know. So I was able to eventually do it. The product is so amazing that it just it's allowed me to do other things. Like,
Mhm.
you know, I've had a restaurant in Brooklyn. I had a wine store, so I invest in real estate. So the product is amazing, where it's been successful and in its own right in those senses. But it took some time and
Yeah.
consistent kicking the doors in to get there.
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna kick the
Hmm.
door
And I
in.
know that that's going to resonate with some of our listeners. We've talked about some of the challenges in this
Yeah.
space. And shout out to you for continuing to kick down those doors when they
Thank
needed
you.
to be. And here you are now, enjoying some of the fruits of that labor, which I know didn't come easily. I'm curious. I
Yeah.
mean, I ask this of everybody, so don't feel pressure because I mean,
Uh-oh.
it's really like, what's next? What I mean, because you've done so much, and
Yeah.
the lasting power is there, which is important and commendable. So I want to just like acknowledge that. But I'm sure that you're not planning on stopping here. I mean, you just did Ellie's hair again. What are you
And
doing
hope to
next?
do it again and
Yeah, and
again.
again and again and again.
What's next is growth. You know, it's been this business for a long time, but I'm still scaling. I plan to open other, you know, other stores, and it's right now. Actually, I was planning to open a store in Atlanta
Mm,
this year, but because of all that's been going on with the tariffs, we're waiting to see is that the right move. But that's
mhm.
really, I'm excited about that. Opening my next store in Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Atlanta, huge in the
huge
scene
market,
all of a
yeah.
sudden.
So
Well, not all of a sudden. I shouldn't say it that
yeah,
way. I mean, it's been a long time coming, but it
but
is.
yeah,
It's
it's so that's so hopefully 2026 you will be seeing that, and then we're working on a great project with I can't really
sure,
say
sure, sure. Okay. We'll come. You can come back
but
and we'll talk about it
yes, but
when
that's
you're
gonna
able
be
to.
amazing. It's gonna be amazing. It's a wig. It's a lace product with
Yes.
a major platform, so we're excited about that.
Okay. I'm excited
Yeah,
for you.
it's a partnership, and I'm excited about that.
Hell yes. But again, you'll come back and we'll talk about it
Yes,
when you're able to.
yes,
We'll
yes.
just leave it at that. So, I mean, we just acknowledged this. I mean, the odds are often stacked against Black women, particularly in this industry. And so I want you to be able to talk to them in particular. If you've got, some words of advice that would have maybe helped you when you were getting this business off
Yeah.
the ground 20 years ago, let's do that if we can.
Yeah, it's important that you create a foundation, a strong foundation, because your foundation is your legacy. And so, you know, once you have that, and you stay consistent, because the foundation keeps it holds you there, it holds you up, and you stay consistent, whether it's a service or a product. It's that's important too. That foundation is important. Knowing your product, knowing your audience, and be consistent. Be consistent. Do not take no for an answer. Do not think your dreams are too big.
Mm. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. That one hit. Karen, let's do our quick takes and then we'll let you get back to building this empire. These are the
Yay.
questions that we ask of all of our guests, so try not to think about it for too
Okay.
long. And let's roll. Craziest styling request that you've ever received from a celeb or client. And we really just talked about Ellie, which
I
sounds
would
like
say I
with
feel like
zero time to make those looks
oh,
happen. But maybe there's something crazier.
Ellie was really the craziest, but then I also had a client that requested like 80-inch hair, and I was just like,
Oh,
God. So we compromised in 60. I was able to get 60. I'm like 80
damn.
inches, like I don't know where. That's like, you know, raw hairs. It's like yeah. So we compromised in 60. I was able to get 60. It was a little bit over 60, but that was like a
Wow.
crazy request. But we got that because we normally keep up to 40, 48, and up to 50 inches sometimes in
Wow.
stock.
Let's
So past 50 inches is like it's a very
Yeah,
small niche.
not a ton of inventory of that. But if somebody's gonna make it happen, it's gonna be you.
Yeah.
What is
I
your
guess.
yeah, what is your go-to song, playlist, podcast that you listen to while you're working? Or are you a silent type? Because some people can't have any distractions. But if you do,
Um,
we want to know what those distractions are.
if I want to if I need to like wake up, like if I'm, I need to get it done, but I'm just a little sluggish, like Rihanna. So like I work,
Yes.
because I'm
Yep.
jamming to that. If I'm just in a more chill space, I'm Jamaican, so then I choose my reggae, where Buju Banton is a favorite of mine. If the podcast, I listen to Earn Your Leisure a lot. Just as it's about investing and
Mhm.
keeping what you have and growing it and all those things. So
Yes.
that's important. Yeah.
Perfect. And we'll include some stuff in the show notes, guys. Make it nice and easy
Yes.
for everybody. What is a bucket list item that you most want to check off in the next 6 months? And we're looking down a big partnership that you just addressed. So, I mean,
Right.
maybe that's the bucket list item in
Yeah,
and of itself.
that in the Atlanta store.
Okay.
Yeah. Those
Yeah.
those 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 are the two.
Boom. Perfect.
Yeah.
Quick takes. What is a current social media trend that you just don't understand?
I hate videotaping someone without them knowing.
Hmm.
I don't like, and I've seen some that I actually laugh at. It's funny too, but it's just like at the same time, it's like, oh, that person has no idea
No idea.
that they're gonna
Yeah.
just go viral for picking their nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's like the
Yeah,
least of the
I don't love
yeah.
that. I actually
Okay.
don't.
Okay. All right. Last question, and then we'll let you go. If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would you pick?
Oh, wow. Bundles.
Perfect. Perfect.
Bundles.
Yep. No, that perfect answer, Karen. Where can people find you? Where can they find the brand? Let's let them know. We'll again include stuff in the show notes. And then I'll let you get back to running this company.
Uh, True Indian Hair is all social media all across all platforms, and my personal is NY Hair Queen because I'm the NY Hair Queen.
Obviously. Obviously. Karen, it was a pleasure getting to chat with you, getting to know you.
It's
Congrats on
it's
all
a
the success. Much
pleasure.
more success to come, I'm sure. And as I said, you'll come back and we'll talk about this partnership that you're being tight-lipped
Thank
about
you.
right
Thank
now.
you for having me. This is
Yeah.
great.
Oh no, thank you.
All right, Jeff, what a story.
Oh, hell yeah. I love to
So
see
cool.
women succeeding in these
Same.
spaces. And yeah, I mean, it's such a crowded spot to be in with hair extensions and to have a career that's this long. Like, what a testament.
Yeah, I love that. All right, be sure to hit subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Volume Up is a Tease Media production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. James Orbach is our editor and audio engineer. Thank you to our creative team for the custom Volume Up theme song and for putting together the graphics and videos for this episode.